everybody. I wanted to do a video giving a tour, I guess, of my fragrance collection because I know I've kind of skimmed through it, but I haven't really been in depth. So I'm going to answer a couple frequently asked questions. The first is, how many bottles do I have? And I believe it's around 67 to 68 as of October 18th, 2021. And I started this around January this year. So it's around, yeah, around 67, but I'm not including like the travel size samples that I'm getting. I'm talking about like the full size bottles, and they're not all here. So I guess if I had to count the ones that aren't all here, maybe around 73, 75, something like that. But on this side, I have my niche, and it goes down there all the way to, and it goes even further down, but it's kind of hard with this ring light. I can't just like grab it and take it. But here I have like Burlington 1819 by Raja Parfums, Oligarch, and A Midsummer Dream. I don't know the specific reason why I decided to keep these up there, but I think that, well, I love the brand Raja Parfums, and they're great. I love working with them. Oh, to answer another question, how much have I paid for these? 99% of these bottles that you see behind me have been gifts from brands and followers. So I don't actively, like before when I was starting this, like I would buy a new fragrance every week or something because I'm like, dang, I need more content to talk about on YouTube. So I think when I got to maybe 8 bottles, like that's when people started sending me stuff, and then brands started noticing my page and then started sending me their fragrances, which has been really cool. So that's what I've been lucky enough to try things I really, really like. I've had things that I also didn't like. But anyways, Raja Parfums Oligarch is my favorite between these three. I think Burlington 1819 is definitely a more mature fragrance, something maybe that I would wear in my 30s, 40s. It's very classy, but just not my taste right now. A Midsummer Dream is my least favorite out of all the Rajas that I've tried because it has, it's not my taste, and it's very like mossy green, like very fairy-like, and I'm not a fan of many green fragrances. I haven't really tried many, but I want to try Vetiver from his line. But yeah, here underneath are Elysium, Oceania, Creation E, and then the MFKs that I've received. So MFK sent me Amoureuse Femme and Gentle Fluidity Silver, and Twisted Lilies sent me Grand Soir. And I gave the Baccarat Rouge bottle to my sister. Yeah, that's a good one too. That one was from a follower. And then down here, this is like the sweet spot. This is the easy to reach, the ones that I always pretty much pull for the most part. Like Leighton has been just an automatic pull for me. I used it yesterday when I went out. Then I have Side Effect by Inicio, Hassavat, Desir Toxic, Risala by Arabian Oud. It's back there, the one with the feather, the quill. Lamar by Kajal Perfumes, Naxos by Serjaf. Behind that is Sidrat Boise by Mancera, and then Ylang in Gold by M. Micallef. So I love these fragrances. And this over here, it's just randomly here, but it's Vanilla Diorama. Just because I was testing it. I'll put it more on this side, down here. Okay, next is Rania J's Ombre Lou, which is a really great amber fragrance, by the way, if you want something like thick, syrupy, and just like kind of waxy. You know what I mean? If you're somebody that loves the smell of candles, like you love, love, love candles, and you want to smell like a candle, I think that you would enjoy this fragrance a lot. Unisex scent. Okay, next to it is Histoire de Parfums 1899 Hemingway. And to be honest, I do like, these are the fragrances that are good, but not like great. You know what I mean? Like I'm not super crazy about them. I do love this one. This is probably my favorite out of all these sitting here is 1899 Hemingway. And then this is a fragrance by Van Cleef & Arpels. I hope I'm saying that right. Sent to me by my follower. It's called Bose Doré. Hopefully I'm saying it right. This one's kind of like, it's very inoffensive to me. Sometimes I'll want to wear it, but I just really like the bottle. It's very simple, sleek, and I just love the simplicity behind it. And then we have a couple Montals here, Intense Cafe and Honey Oud. These were sent to me by Twisted Lily. Between these two, I prefer Intense Cafe on myself. Honey Oud, I'm not really there yet with that fragrance, if that makes sense. Like, I know a lot of people with much more developed noses than I have love that scent. And to me, I haven't reached that level of appreciation for it yet. I just think it's so-so, okay? And then next we have the 8 and Bobs, the 8 and Bobbies. So we got the original. This was sent to me from Twisted Lily. But then the 8 and Bob Egypt was sent to me by 8 and Bob, which was really cool to talk to them and go back and forth. Like, yeah, we'll send you Egypt. And this is nice. Like, Egypt is a great cool weather fragrance. It wasn't what I was expecting, because with the name Egypt, I was expecting a really spicy fragrance, something a little bit more daring. But this is, it's kind of sweet. It's on the sweeter side of things, which was a bit unexpected, but still great nonetheless. So 8 and Bob, and then the original is like JFK's signature scent. That's what it's known for, at least in the story that they give when they send you the fragrance. It has like the history behind the scent, right? Okay, so can you see down here? I'm gonna point this way. This one's called Perfect Amber from Jardins de Parfums. Not really a fan, reminds me of like an old English teacher. And then here we have Fragrance 1. So Unisex and Night. This was sent to me by Jeremy, which I was really appreciative of him sending me his stuff. I have to say that I really don't pull for either of these, but if you're a fan of that ultra male DNA from Jean Paul Gaultier and you want something that's like that, but a fucking beast, literally like nearly the same exact scent profile, pretty much, it's very interchangeable. But over 12 hours easy, then this is a great fragrance for you. Night is for the ladies that kind of like that sexy, juicy couture kind of vibe. And yeah, it's a sweet fragrance. Like, this is a scent that your average guy on the street will love. So easy to like fragrance. Okay, but I myself don't really pull for them personally. Next to that, we have the Harmonist, and they sent me Desired Earth. And to be honest, this also is in the English teacher category for me. Not the hot English teacher, just the, just the old one, And we love the old ones, but yeah, it just reminds me more of like her classroom, like an old English teacher's classroom. And it's a little bit sweet, a little bit, yeah, like the note isn't caramel, but it's something like that. There's a certain sweetness to it that you've smelt in some desserts before. So this is just not my favorite. And next to that is Woman in Gold by Killian, which I actually like, but this is the refill. It was sent to me by a follower, shout out Laura. And I think this would definitely be more on the top if I had the bottle for it, just because I don't like applying it like on my skin like this, you know what I mean? I do like picking it up and smelling it once in a while, but if I had the bottle, definitely it would be in the more easy to reach area. But I would probably give it to my sister because she likes the more feminine fragrances compared to myself. Oh, we're a little tilted here, but here we go. No, oh yeah, oh shit, sorry. And then Ascendis. This one's called Fiori Lux. Now, I have to say that the two that I love from Ascendis are Nuria and Luna Dulcius, and I gave those two to my sister, those two to my sister because they're so much more her vibe. She loves them. They smell great on her. They're Luna Dulcius is unisex. Nuria is marketed to women, but yeah, totally more her lane. And the reason that this is on the bottom for me is because I don't really reach for Fiori Lux. This is a bergamot fresh fragrance for the people that like, what's that fragrance by Commodity? Nectar. Yeah, if you like Nectar by Commodity, I think you'll love Fiori Lux. So if I could take this down even further, let me see if I can even lower you just a little bit. One second. And then go all the way down. Okay, so I'm just gonna point, these are the Veronique Gabais. And then we have Acro Dark, I can't remember, Ajmal Aurum. And then Histoire de Parfums 1969, which is like a dirty chocolate peach fragrance right there. Oh, kind of hard to see. And then behind that is Ménage Rouge, which is a dupe of Baccarat Rouge that my follower sent me. And then Black Phantom by Killian. It's just the travel set. That's the reason why it's not on top, is because it's the travel set. So that's something that I bring. It's not a full-size bottle. But let me just say something about this brand right here. Veronica Bay, I think that this is one of the one niche fragrance brand that I was kind of disappointed in when I received the packaging, just because, like, for me, I'm much more big on the scent, right? But I looked at the pricing for this and it's around $260. And when I got it, like, look at that. Like, the thing just like kind of comes off and like the juice like spilled. Like, I didn't use this much of it. Like, it just like spilled everywhere. And putting that into perspective, I'm like, okay, if I was a customer that bought this fragrance, and maybe it's just a one-off, I get that. But if I spent $260 on a fragrance and the atomizer wouldn't, like, it is attached to the cap, and it comes out like this, and then my juice is leaking, like, that would piss me off. That would totally piss me off. And I think that's the reason I like their scent Vert Désir, but it's like not that great, especially for a $260 fragrance. It's like, there's really nothing that special about it. I do think it's overpriced. But yeah, I just was very disappointed with the way that the fragrances kind of came in. I was like, man, that's a bit rough. I know mistakes happen, so I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to be an asshole about it, but I'm just saying that, especially for you all, like, if you're trying to buy something and you see it on Fragrantica and you're like, damn, yeah, I'm all about this, and you get it and the bottle's like fucked up like that, and then it's hard to get in contact with them, it's frustrating. Anyways, on this side, designer scents. So here are like my favorite 3 to use, or my favorite 2, if we're being honest. Ombre Nuit by Dior, you know this as my current signature scent. Oud Wood, I've been loving this. Absolutely loving it. It's a very versatile fragrance. This one's a bit more fresh than Ombre Nuit. So if it's a warmer day, then I'll pull for this one over this one. And then we got Noir de Noir. We have Light Blue Intense by Dolce & Gabbana, which is still my favorite summertime designer, standard designer fragrance. Love her a lot. And Prada L'Homme by the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. And then here again is like similar to this lineup, where it's like, this is like a sweet spot. Like, these are more of the standard designer fragrances that I pull for the most, or that I just maybe not pull for the most, but that I really just enjoy and love it. And I'll crave, like, I will crave to wear a fragrance like Spice Bomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf. I wore this 2 nights ago because I was in my bed and I was looking at this and I'm like, damn, I really want to wear Spice Bomb Extreme. So I did. This fragrance, super sexy, tobacco, vanilla, I think very unisex. You're going to hear people say that it's masculine, that it's all that, but it's so similar to 1899 Hemingway by Historia Parfums on my skin. I know that on other people, there's a huge difference, but to me, like, these are exactly the same on my skin. This just projects more and lasts longer. Okay, so then I also have the Dior Homme Intense, the Givenchy Pie, which I actually bought the Givenchy Pie for like $40, which was a good steal. And then I bought the Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Here is Versace Bright Crystal. That's my sister's travel size. I used it for a video the other day, or I'm going to use it for a video. And behind that is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. There it is, it's hiding. Little circle. Yeah, I love that fragrance. That was the second fragrance I ever bought in my collection. Yeah, the second fragrance, but my first signature scent of my choice. My first ever signature scent, though, was Cool Water by Davidoff, because that was the first perfume I was given when I was 13, and I used the shit out of that. Okay, we have Bleu de Chanel, which I gave to my dad, but again, I'm using it for video purposes. But yeah, this was sent to me by a follower. C Intense was sent to me by a follower, and Prada Black was sent to me by a follower. So this is cool. You know what I mean? I feel like when I have people over, this is basically the area I take them to. I'm like, yeah, try these, because these are the very mass appealing, well-liked scents. And so are these. Like, we got the original light blue. It's behind Good Girl right there. But yeah, I prefer the Intense. And then Good Girl, I'm borrowing it from my sister's room. Mercedes-Benz Woman in red. This was sent to me by Mercedes-Benz Parfums. L'Homme Ideal EDP. Then we have Hue by Hayley Kiyoko. She sent me her fragrance, which was dope of her. Versace Crystal Noir. This was the first gift I received from a follower. And she sent me a full size of that. I'm like, holy shit. That's really nice. So, yeah, I love that. And it's grown on me a lot. Versace The Dreamer is a solid fragrance. There it is back there. I use this a lot during summertime. And it doesn't last that long, so I was overspraying it. But also, I was like going to the beach all the time when I was wearing it. So I was always outside, and it was never too much for me to handle. And other people around me weren't getting irritated because we were outside in the sun just like having fun. Wow, I rhymed. Black Opium, my sister's fragrance, borrowing it for a video. And Dolce & Gabbana, the only one too, was sent to me by a follower. Down here is the ones I never reach for. Yeah. We have Ultra Male by Jean Paul Gaultier. Behind it is a fragrance by this small brand called Ulrich de Varens, which is like they coined their motto as like affordable luxury. It's like $13, but it smells very similar to Black Opium and a very powder-like, more mature vibe, which I personally don't like on myself. Mont Blanc Individual, I have to say, a lot of people like this one. A lot of guys like this one. And I think it's all right. But I think for its price point, it's definitely a great fragrance. For like $20, $25 for a full bottle like this, it's like, okay, I can get behind that. Am I crazy about the scent though? No. Do I think it's a superstar? No. I just think it's a cologne you pull for just to smell like you're wearing cologne. But it's nothing great. Okay, next to that is Dahlia Divine by Givenchy, which is a feminine fragrance right here. This was sent to me by my follower because she wears it and she wanted my opinion on it. And it's all right. It's nice, but doesn't stand out to me like Good Girl and See Intense do. Okay, this was sent to me by Serge Lutens, and it's the Datura Noir. And this one, I love the bottle of this, by the way. Things that are just like easy to just, I just love that. Anyways, yeah, powdery, tuberose fragrance, unisex scent. And then next to that, I'll show you these two. This is Iris Malikan by Maison Crivelli and Atelier Cologne's Clementine California. Not really a fan of this that much. It literally just smells like shit. I have a tickle in my throat, sorry. It literally just smells like clementines, which is good, but I wouldn't want to smell like this. I think that this is something I would spray in the air to like make a room smell fresh. Like this is more air freshener vibes to me than something that I would wear myself. And I have to say, I don't like this fragrance. And here's the reason why. It's because the one time I tried it, and I know I should try it more, but I can't fully blame the fragrance on this. It was me. I was not feeling good. Like I was sick for a while, but they sent me this plus like 10 to 20 other samples of their other fragrances, or 10 to 15. Can't remember. But I sprayed this on myself because I thought it was nice. Like it's a freshie, right? Oh, just smelling it now. Because I threw up that night. And I was already like, I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't nauseous when I tried this on myself, but I was like, I wasn't feeling good. But I'm like, you know what, let me try it. It's my job to test these different things. And I sprayed it on myself and I didn't mind it at first, but the more it was wearing, I was like, yo, this is getting annoying, right? And then when I vomited that night, I was like, I will never spray this again. So this, like, would this be a different story if I wasn't sick and I tried this? Absolutely. But because the smell literally takes me back to that memory, I never pulled for this fragrance. I hear people talk it up and say it's amazing, and it probably is, okay? But I just don't want to go back to that night, so I don't wear this scent, which is why she's at the bottom, all right? And then beneath that are just like a bunch of samples, and on my table, I still have a lot of those sample vials that I need to try, and then just boxes of the fragrances there in case, like, if I need to move and stuff, like I have the boxes for some of them. I tossed out a lot of them. But anyways, yeah, that is my current fragrance collection in depth. I think I told you every single thing. But of course, there's like some samples of Parfums de Marly there, and M Wash, which I have yet to try. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll post another one soon. Okay, take care. Bye.